Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Barrel Lab. Got another daily barrel report coming for you. This is the 28th slate. Well, I should say the July 28th slate. Um, Looking like a good one, to be honest with you. Today was a good day. I think today was a really good day. A lot of DMPs. We had some injuries, man. Unfortunately, Valdez got hurt, and some other things happened, but we'll go over that. But first, I want to just say, thank you to everybody who's been using the website. Sorry about those first couple of days. Honestly, a lot more of you all got on that dashboard than I anticipated. I wasn't expecting to have that many people wanting to be ready to use the dashboard. So I truly appreciate everybody for, just supporting me in that way. Um, this is, like I said, a free project that I just wanted to do. So if you guys, feel inclined to support in any way, just reach out to me. I do have, some information you guys can go ahead and help fuel the lab if you feel inclined. Other than that, you can continue to fuel the lab by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the videos. So I appreciate you all for doing that. Other than that, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I do have a new monitor. So not a new laptop, but I got a monitor that's connected to my laptop. I had an HDMI cable, but it was too short, and I had to sit way too close to the TV, and I didn't really like that. Um, so I did find a monitor that I had laying around, was able to get it back working, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a little bit way easier for me to present the information to you all now. Hopefully, you can see the difference too. There's gonna be no scrolling. It's gonna be full screen. So let's get into it. 16 games because we've got a doubleheader. 17 barrel signals, 23 elite profiles. And so if you are using the dashboard, you can see the process of how you can utilize the dashboard, right? There's a method to the madness. I know on here we only see half of it, but there is like a piece after us just reviewing the games that you can go through the whole dashboard with. And I am working on some videos. I do promise to get some of those out. But even then, this is something you all will have moving forward, right? This is just the first baseball season that we have to use this. I can't wait to just have it learn a whole bunch more information and just help us on in the later years. I'm excited to be, present to you the football model that I'm currently working on. So, Barrel Lab will do it all. Barrel Lab NFL, Barrel Lab NBA, Barrel Lab MLB, obviously, right? That's the staple. But I am, pretty versatile in other sports. I do know how to code, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun, man. This is just the beginning. So I'm excited to grow with you all. I'm excited to see where we are in the next few years. So, like I was saying, guys, the process is you scan the signals, right? You look at who you like, you see who you want to see, you read the story, you go to today's discoveries, and look at what other highlights may be going on through the board that may not be popping out in the barrel signals or in the elite profiles, right? You pick a game, like, based on the pitcher attack, based on weather, things of that sort. You pick a specific game that you want to attack. That way you narrow it down. You don't have to use all of these players that we name, right? And even then, I'm not naming a whole bunch of players for you to take. I'm just giving you the top guys. I'm not saying to take these from every game. But you narrow it down, you pick a game, and then you check the price. So I'll show you the profit discipline tab after. We'll go over that after. But I'll show you the price discipline tab and then build, right? Using the parlay builder, using the sim report, using the opportunity finder. There are a lot of different tabs in here that you guys can just kind of click through, and if you have any questions, ask, right? That's what I'm here for. I want you guys to ask questions, be curious, click around, see what all is in here, because there is a lot of information in here for you all to utilize, learn from, and make some money from. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, 17 barrel signals, 23 elite profiles. Let me know how you guys felt about the updates throughout the day. I tried to make it smooth. Now that I've got the website stable, the updates will be way smoother. So they won't make the load super heavy. So you guys will be able to click through and load. As you can see, it is loading a little bit faster than it was earlier. So mobile, I am hoping that mobile optimization is working for you all. If not, if you're still having some slowness, if you need me to change any of the menus around, if you want me to make it easier to click around, just let me know. I could easily make those changes for you all. I have no problem doing that. So going through today's discoveries, Antonacci's got the biggest matchup increase. Solaire's got the biggest EV lift. Duran has the biggest multi-day lift. He just hit a home run too. So Mike Trout has the strongest long shot profile. All right, plus 2,800. You gotta figure out what book that is, and then go take that, man. Maybe get some free. excuse me. Maybe get some free coins over there. Going over there for the first time. And then you got Target Field, Jackson Merrill, strongest zone fit. Zone fit right now is the best bucket scoring on this today's discoveries. Murakami's got the strongest pitch overlap. Hoskins is the king of pull today, and we finally have an elite profile, which is James Wood, which I'm pretty okay with taking. For a home run, I'm okay with doing that. So let's get into our research. All right, so let's get into, let's see, we'll go over pitcher attack. Can't forget that. So our top pitchers to attack today, we've got Gavin Williams, Shane Bieber, and Slade Ciccone. Gavin Williams is the smash spot, it's saying. And truly, it's just based on lineup pressure. It looks like he's got some of the highest lineup pressure and pitch vulnerability. Average barrel score is, that's definitely up there. He's going to have some trouble with that. Average matchup score, average zone fit. He does have a low ERA. However, he does give up a pretty decent barrel and a decent hard hit. Pretty high WOBA as well. And his home run to fly ball ratio, it looks like Gavin Williams could be a nice smash spot for tomorrow. But other than that, Shane Bieber and Slade Ciccone rounding out the top three. And then you can just scroll over. As more of you all use the dashboard, you can scroll over. Like I said, you can see the top bats there. You see the reasons why to attack the pitcher. Let these be indicators into, should I take him for home runs? Should I take him for total bases? Should I take him for, just different props? You don't necessarily have to always chase a home run. So let's get into the games. I'm going to try to get through these a little bit quicker. So first game, we got a doubleheader. Second game won't have roster information just yet. But because the game is later in the day and I do have about 2 to 3 more roster pulls that happen throughout the day, you should have information for the second game before it happens. That's my goal, is to get you guys to be able to also utilize the dashboard for the second half of that doubleheader. First game, Cleveland, Cincinnati, no barrel signals, 1 elite profile. Top plays in this game is going Ellie, South Stewart, Blade, and Stevenson. So you guys can check out splits here. It's easier to show splits. Chase Burns on the mound for Cleveland. And so this is pretty much what it's talking about for Slade. Lefties and righties, he's giving it up. Ellie has the best Will Bacon versus righties. Has the highest slugging on contact versus righties, most home runs. But South Stewart has the most home runs overall on the team. So just off the rip, just looking at splits, it could definitely go Cruz, Stevenson, and Stewart. A lot of people. There's a lot of opportunity there. So now you can also see starter splits, right? How they do specifically the pitcher versus left and righties. So there is K percentage, walk percentage. So this is if you guys want to take strikeouts, you guys can use the hitter and the starter splits. right? I know somebody was asking me one day, can we have something to use to just figure out strikeouts? Now that you guys have access to the dashboard, it lies under starter splits. You can see their K percentage and their walk percentage. Lower number, obviously green means better for hitters, right? So if he has a low K percentage, that means it's better for the batter. If he has a high K percentage, that means it's better for the pitcher. All right, so I just want you guys to know how to read this as far as the color coding goes. He does walk a lot of lefties though. Chase Burns, that is. So as we get to some new features, I will point them out. But I'm gonna just try to start getting through the game reviews faster to save more time to either at the end of the videos go deeper into more features, or answer questions that you all may leave in the comment, and I can answer them in the next video. So barrel score for Cleveland versus Burns is going Manzardo, Hoskins, DeLauder. Matchup is going Arias, DeLauder, Hoskins. Form is going, I'll say DeLauder, Bailey, and Bazana. Oh, I don't even have to scroll. I was about to scroll. I'm not used to this anymore. This screen is way bigger. I had to show you guys what it looks like. It's nice. It's a beautiful screen, man. I love it. And hopefully it's easier for you all now to see the information too. So yeah, Manzardo, Hoskins, I say they look the best as far as, you know, but I don't like anything for Cleveland. Nobody has an ISO over 200. And remember, if we're playing the ISO game, just leading with ISO first, you want somebody at least 200. 220 is elite. So nobody's over 200 for Cleveland, so they don't even match any of our criteria that we're starting to build out, right? New criteria that we're starting to build out. Cincinnati versus Saucony. Barrel's going Ellie, Stewart, Blade. Matchup is going Ellie, Stevenson, Stewart. And form is going Cruz, Stevenson, and Blade. Now, if you want somebody ISO over 200, you got a few options here. Nathaniel Lowe, Blade, Stevenson. I know he's one of the top picks. He's not necessarily over 200 ISO. However, he does have a pretty high weighted on base average and his woe bacon. So when he is making contact, he is getting on base. It's just not like a high walk guy, high doubles, or anything like that. But when he's getting on base, or when he's making contact, I should say, he's getting on base. And he's got a good barrel, good fly ball ratio, and hard hit. So that's why Stevenson, really, you'll see him there, even though he does not meet that 200 ISO criteria. But other than that, Blade, Stewart, Ellie, and then from there, you just narrow it down even further. That's kind of how you can do it. All right, so I'm skipping the second game because the roster is not loaded just yet. So we got Baltimore versus Detroit, 2 barrel signals, 4 elite profiles. Green, Alonso, Dingler, Torkelson are the top plays. Baltimore versus Troy Milton, you got Pete Alonso, Henderson, and Ward. Matchup, you've got Alonso, Henderson, and Kowser. Tavares, Alonso, and Jackson for home run form. Oh, I know you guys were saying that my last video froze, so I'm hoping that the screen also alleviates that. The way that this screen looks now, it's getting worse, guys, so it's also messing up. You know how Macs are, so it's messing up the internals. So I think that's what was causing that last video to freeze. So hopefully recording on the new monitor allows the video to just play all the way through. If not, let me know. But hopefully you're listening. That's why I got the barrel report. I dropped that for you guys, just to provide you a little bit more extra resources. But now you also have the dashboard, so you can just click through here to yourself. Detroit versus Dean Kramer. So we got barrel scores going Green, Dingler, Torkelson. Matchup is going Green, Dingler, Torkelson. Form is going Green, Hayu Lee, and Rogers. Torkelson and Dingler right now are the only people over 200 ISO. Dingler's got the highest WOBA, 380, 461 Will Bacon for Dingler. And then Torkelson, he's got great pull barrel and great barrel. So between those two, I mean, obviously in Riley, he's got good form right now. You can see some stuff happening. And I mean, to be real, he barely missed the elite profile, elite plus. If had his matchup score been 80, maybe he cover a curveball a little bit more, a sinker a little bit more. I mean, you could check that a little bit deeper. He would be an elite profile. So that could be saying something about Green. He's been heating up lately. So just keep that in mind. Arizona versus Pittsburgh. Oh man, I love the way this loads so fast now. That's pretty cool. No barrel signals, one elite profile. We got Corbin, Carroll, Belo, Valdez, and Reynolds. Yo, scratch this. Actually, I'm gonna have to first I need to double check and verify if he's even gonna be playing tomorrow. That if is or the who, I should say that he I'm talking about is Valdez. If you didn't know, he got hit on the arm today, probably like right on the wrist. Hopefully, if nothing's hurt, then we'll see him back. All right, we'll see him back. If nothing's completely damaged, broken, fractured, he'll be back. But until then, I'll be monitoring the rosters and making sure that those get updated properly. Arizona versus Bubba Chandler. Got Corbin Carroll, Marte Moreno for the barrels. Matchup, we've got Carroll, Marte, and McCann. Form, we've got Carroll, Moreno, and Tawa. Yeah, Tawa's form. He's definitely been coming into form. Kepler had a nice game today. I mean, so nobody really over 200 here screaming out other than Marte and Carroll. Waldschmidt has got a pretty nice Will Bacon just based on his balls in play. So that could be something. All right, splits will tell you really the story there. And then you got Tawa. So nobody, like I said, not a lot of people above that 200 ISO though. Not to say that they can't hit home runs. We've seen what Tawa could do. And Waldschmidt just hit one the other day too. So Pittsburgh versus Brandon Pfaadt, Belo, Valdez, Reynolds is the barrel. Matchup is going Belo, Valdez, Reynolds. Form is going Reynolds, Gonzalez, and Gonzalez. Now, if Valdez doesn't play, you replace him with O'Hearn, right? Like, looks like Indy's also back. Oh, that's right. I hadn't seen him for a while. It looks like he was hurt too. So, sorry about that, guys. Just trying to get. All right, cool. Because now that I'm split between the two monitors, I want to make sure that they're both. Yeah. It don't matter. It's working. I can see it working, so we're good. So yeah, like I said, if Valdi doesn't play, you could look O'Hearn's way. Because I don't know and even if he does play, I don't know if I'm taking him. That swing, he's gonna be feeling that every time that ball meets the bat. There's gonna be some vibration in that arm. Texas versus Tampa Bay. Man, Peterson had himself a game today. 2 barrel signals, no profile, no elite profiles. Peterson, Caminero, Langford, and Berger are the top plays for this game. Texas versus Griffin Jacks. Barrel score Peterson, Langford, Berger. Matchup is going Nimmo, Peterson, Berger. Form is going Smith, Langford, and Peterson. 200 ISO Club, looking at Foscue, Langford, and Peterson. I mean, Berger hit a home run too, so, 180. We are targeting 200, but 180 with I say 350 plus Woba, Bacon is worth considering. We've talked about that, right? Look at Brandon Nimmo. 161 ISO, 373 Woba, 420 Woba Bacon. So, a lot of opportunity there. Griffin Jacks, though, he's been pitching pretty decent lately. Tampa Bay, so no pitcher yet. No pitcher yet for Texas, so it'll probably it will update though later in the day. So even though I can't give the overview to you, you can get that later. Philly versus Miami. Ooh, this was the game of the day, honestly. Yeah, this was the game of the day. This was a beautiful one. 2 barrel signals, 3 elite profiles. Schwarber, Stowers, Hernandez, and Harper are going to be the top plays in this game. Let's see. All right, Philly versus Sandy. Barrel score is going Schwarber, Harper, Marsh. Same thing, Schwarber, Harper, Marsh. We've heard this before. And then Rincones, Turner, and Bohm. So really, Trey Turner, Bohm, and Crawford. Turner really has been playing lights out. I like his game right now. 200 plus club is going Schwarber and Harper. But there's definitely some notable contenders on this team. Stott has been playing pretty good lately. Like I said, Turner's been playing really good lately. And Bohm, when he's been streaky, but usually he's trustworthy. Usually he's pretty trustworthy. Sandy's a good pitcher, though, so we'll see how that game goes. Miami versus Nola. Barrel scores going Stowers, Hernandez, Conine. Matchup, Stowers, Conine, Hernandez. Form, Hernandez, Stowers, and Conine. I like all three of them. And then, so you got Estoy Ruiz, also has got 223 ISO. It's got a high swinging strike, though. Higher. I mean, so do these guys up here. Conine, Hernandez, and Stowers. Gotta be careful with them. But other than that, I mean, ridiculous. 381 Woba, 500 Woba Bacon. Small sample size, but again, even in that sample size, he's delivering. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So that's Miami versus Philly. Then we got Toronto versus Washington. 2 barrel signals, 1 elite profile, and 1 elite plus profile. The only elite plus. James Wood. All right, James. I mean, he's been balling lately. Been balling. Top reads is Woods, Abrams, Okamoto, and Springer. Toronto versus Cavalli is going Okamoto, Springer, Guerrero. Matchup is going Okamoto, Guerrero, Schneider. Form is going Kirk, Guerrero, and Springer. I mean, Vladdy, yeah, it's disappointing, honestly. As a, I like the Blue Jays. I'm not gonna say I'm a Blue Jays fan. I'm a Padres fan, but I do like the Blue Jays. There's a couple teams I like just from growing up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing to see the season that Vladdy's having. I'm glad he's still out there having fun with the game, though. It is tough to see when players get in slumps. And you can tell that they may not love the game the same anymore. Vladdy's still out there trying to have fun, trying to laugh around. People might be upset about that because they say he maybe not focused or anything like that. You just got to make sure this dude does not fall out of love with the game during this slump. Because that can happen. It's Vladdy, though. He's not going to do that. I don't think that's going to happen. But, yeah, it's been interesting to see what, just the decline of play this season for him and the Blue Jays as a whole. Okamoto looks good. I would say he was starting to get it together. He's just really streaky right now. George Springer, they're talking about trade talks for Springer. So that's the other part of this is the deadline is August 3rd, August 5th, somewhere around there. So a lot of players, depending on if their team is buying or selling, like I was talking about the other day, they may not be playing, like, for real. They may just be out there just to be there. They just showing up so they don't get fined. Washington versus Bieber. Barrel score is going Wood, Abrams, Garcia. Matchup is going Wood, Chaparro, Abrams. Chaparro homer today. And form is going Abrams, Wood, and Cruz. We talked about Chaparro yesterday. All right, he's a part of that 200 ISO club. And that 350 Woba and Wobacon. Right, along with Garcia, Abrams, and Wood. And who continuously produces? These four, right? So it's not a surprise why players are in the positions that they are consistently. Jacob Young, though, had a game too. He's got decent Woba and Wobacon. Low swinging strike, so he's going to give you multiple opportunities at the plate. He's going to be disciplined, not going to give up a strikeout. He could be good. He could give up a strikeout, but he doesn't swing at a lot of strikes. Yeah, Bieber could be in trouble tomorrow. 4.7 ERA, 6.5 Ks over 9 innings. Yeah, that's low. And a very high ERA. Yeah, he could be in a lot of trouble tomorrow. Abrams got walked twice. Yeah, they don't want to pitch to this man. Nobody wants to pitch to Washington right now, so just think about that. Maybe you can't. I mean, James Wood, because he's got the Elite Plus, you could take him for a home run because if they throw him a meatball or something and it's coming across the plate, it's out of there. But you could play the walks. Wood or Abrams is absolutely getting walked tomorrow. Absolutely. I just can't tell you which one, but absolutely they are getting walked tomorrow. Hands down. Garcia homer, Chaparro, like somebody, they're getting walked, guys. Nobody's gonna throw to them. So yeah, do with that as you will. This was a game that surprised me today too. Atlanta versus the Mets. 3 barrel signals, 2 elite profiles. Top reads is going Matt Olson, Drake Baldwin, Austin Riley, and Michael Harris. Watch, I've been chasing Austin Riley all week. For about a week now. I might not even play him tomorrow and watch him hit a home run. You're welcome in advance to anybody who takes Austin Riley because I probably won't. And when I don't, he's going to homer. Atlanta versus Christian Scott. Yikes. 3.13 ERA, 11.1 Ks over 9 innings. Yeah, this dude is throwing some gas. This is going to be a good game. Because then on the flip side, we got Chris Sale, 2.19 ERA, 10.9 Ks over 9 innings. Both teams have high swinging strike. Yeah, hold on. Let's look at the splits here first. Yeah, Christian Scott might get lit up tomorrow. It's a lot of Atlanta's just lefty heavy. And yeah, Chris Sale is not giving up much at all. He's not giving up much at all. Luis Alvarez, you see the righties. They may be able to get off on him. But I don't think they catch him slipping tomorrow. It's Chris Sale we're talking about. However, Christian Scott, after looking at these splits, he is in trouble. I'm talking 440 plus Woe Bacon, 700 plus almost for all of them slugging. Acuna just came back, so even then, so yeah, be mindful about Acuna, right? He just came back. But Olsen, Harris, Baldwin, 700 plus slugging, 10 plus home runs for the three of them. Yeah, lefties. He's walking lefties. I mean, he's striking them out too, though. Not giving up a lot of barrel, hard hit. But he does give up a decent amount of slugging. Enough to be able to say, okay, I'll take a lefty. And he's really excuse me, guys. He's really walking the righties, though. Yeah, sorry, my daughter was, our baby girl was sick, man. She got some kind of bug, so I'm hoping that it didn't get to me, too. So we've been, vitamining it up, mineraling up, watering up, hydrating. So I'm hoping to stay good. But yeah, my throat has been a little scratchy. But I'm good, though. We still cooking. So yeah, this game might be interesting. That's why I wanted to take some time to look at the splits after seeing these strikeouts for both of these pitchers. So yeah, did we go matchup? Yeah, Olsen, Harris, Baldwin, Yastrzemski, Riley, Olsen, home run form, and then Barrels going Matt, Olsen, Baldwin, Riley. So, like I said, lefties, look for your lefties. We're attacking 200 ISO, 350 plus WOBA. I mean, that's the three lefties: Harris, Baldwin, and Olsen. Then you got Mets versus Sale. Barrels going Alvarez, Lindor, Luis Robert Jr. Matchup is going Robert Jr., Alvarez, Young. Form is going Lindor, Alvarez, and Beatty. Everybody's got terrible form, home run wise. The best home run form on the team, Lindor, hit 2 home runs. Not 2 home runs. Did he hit 2 home runs today? I think he did. I think he did hit 2 home runs today, right? So that's telling you something. Other than that, no Soto in the lineup. No 200 plus ISO. Jared Young, Francisco Alvarez, Tyrone Taylor, the closest things. And to be honest, I wouldn't touch the Mets versus Sale. Wouldn't do it. Right? He's lights out. He's not giving up a lot of no Bacon. Below 300. Slugging, like I said, barely 500. Both lefties and righties. He's striking them both out. He's barely walking them. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. You can take Chris Sale's strikeouts, I'd say. Right, because 1, 2, 3. Now that 10% swing and strike, that's pretty borderline. Right, those can be considered too. There's a lot of those, so tomorrow could be an interesting game for the Mets and Atlanta. Got KC versus Minnesota. 1 barrel signal, 1 elite profile. Buxton, Clemens, Cags, and Perez. I'll double check to make sure Cags is playing. I know he's been hurt. KC versus Bradley. Barrel score is going Caglione, Perez, Jensen. Matchup is going Caglione, Marte, Pasquinti. Form is going Perez, Tolbert, and Jensen. I mean, if Cags is playing, Cags is that guy. Carter Jensen, 188 ISO. Everybody's got low WOBA, though. So Will Bacon will probably be the differentiator. Carter Jensen. Lane Thomas. Right? But again, this Todd Bradley, he's got good numbers too. 3.69 ERA, 10.1 Ks over 9 innings. That's a strikeout per inning on average. Yeah. Yeah. He could be doing something tomorrow. Minnesota versus Lugo. Buxton, Clemens, Jeffers is Barrels. Matchup is Buxton, Clemens, Jeffers, and Creedler, Clemens, and Buxton for the Forum. 200 club is going Buxton, Clemens, and Jeffers. Yep, 240 plus, to be honest. And Jeffers got 373 Woba. Right-handed pitcher, though, look for platoon advantage, meaning opposite hand batter. So that's Cody Clemens. I'm curious what the splits look like. Yeah. Clemens. It's not the best. It's not the worst either, though. But yeah, Cags and Marte, they could tag that dude. They could tag that dude tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see. Alright, got the Yankees and the White Sox. Almost done. I'm just speed it up a little bit. Just so that way. There's a couple other things that I wanted to do for the website. Make some updates just to make it cleaner and more understandable. Make sure that you guys did check out the glossary. If there's anything that you still don't understand, just reach out to me. Let me know. I'm here to help you all. Barrel Signals got 2 elite profiles. Ben Rice, Murakami, Montgomery, and Vargas make up the top plays. Yankees versus K is going Rice, Goldschmidt, and Grisham. Matchup is going Rice, Goldschmidt, Grisham. Form, Rice, Jones, Chisholm. Yeah, you know Rice, so Goldschmidt, 225 ISO. 187. I mean, not the worst, but not the best. But Jazz, I could deal with Jazz. He'll get you a base or two and still a couple of bases. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with that. White Sox versus Garrett Cole. Ooh, gonna be a tough one. Murakami, Montgomery, and Vargas. Barrel score. Matchup scores going Murakami, Montgomery, Grichuk. Form is going Murakami, Romo, and Vargas. Yeah, Vargas. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, guys. We could take a look at yesterday's plays and figure out who had what ISO, if they cashed or not. Because I'm telling you, that's a determining factor of extra base hits and even runs created. So ISO plus that WRC plus, the weighted runs created plus formula that I was mentioning maybe a couple videos ago, those together might be just an unstoppable force. So I need to hurry up and get that pulled through because, yeah, that's making me think now. That is making me think. So yeah, you guys see what it is here. We got Vargas, Grichuk, Montgomery, and Murakami. Murakami got 300 ISO. So yeah, he's a dangerous man. Dangerous man. All right. Cubs in St. Louis. No barrels, no elite profiles. Top reads is going Bush, Suzuki, Burleson, and Walker. No pitcher yet for St. Louis. So can't give you the Cubs, but barrel scores so far is going Bush, Suzuki, PCA. Form is going Bush, PCA, and Swanson. St. Louis versus Colin Ria. Barrel scores going Burleson, Walker, Velasquez. Matchup is going Burleson, Walker, Newbar. Form, Burleson, Velasquez, and Jordan. Let's see, Velasquez, Walker. Burleson's right there. 182 ISO, but 383 WOBA and 415 WOBA bacon. So I'm okay with that. Houston versus the Angels. Man, this was a good game too. some good baseball going into the second half of the season. So again, you might not see all these home runs. These pitchers are pitching strategically now. These teams are hitting strategically now. Everybody's not just pure, just let me see how far and hard I can hit this ball. Nah, they're hitting it with a purpose now. So just keep that in mind. No barrels, 2 elite profiles here. So Jordan, Trout, Soler, and Adele. Top plays. Houston versus Detmers. Barrels going Alvarez, Pena, Walker. Matchup, Alvarez, Pena, Cam Smith. Alvarez, Vasquez, and Pena on the form. You know the name already. Don't even have to say it. When it comes to Houston, you should already know who looks the best. But other than that, Christian Walker, 215 ISO. It was the other guys getting it done today, though. Lamont Wade Jr. Yeah. I don't know sometimes, but yeah. This is going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. LA versus Lambert. Trout, Soler, Adele. Matchup, Trout, Soler, Adele. Form, Meckler, what was that, Heineman, and O'Hop. I doubt that's really the form, so maybe we'll say Adele, Soler, and Grisham as well. Yep, 200 Club. We got Siri, Nito, and Mike Trout. Mike Trout then has 400 WOBA, 486 Wob Bacon. So, yeah, that's what makes him elite. That's what makes him elite. These guys just hit the ball, man. Sometimes they just are the best. We got Boston versus Oakland. Top reads is going Contreras, Abreu, Kurtz, and Soderstrom. No barrel signals, 1 elite profile. Boston versus Gage Jump. We got Contreras, Abreu, Duran. For barrel score, matchup is going Contreras, Gonzalez, Jones. Form is going Abreu, Siegler, Rafaela. That grand slam he hit today was nice, man. I like Rafaela. I really do. But yeah, you can see this one. 200 Club, Curtis Mead, new acquisition, Contreras, and Abreu. So Mead, I'm curious to see. He was on a nice little hitting streak when he was with Washington. So I want to see if he can bring over that offensive production to an already hot Boston Red Sox team. I think that was a smart move of them to do that. Another hot young bat to make that team even better. Oakland versus Bennett. Kurtz, Soderstrom, and Thomas for the barrel. Matchup is going Kurtz, Bolt, Soderstrom. Form, all jacked up. Kurtz, Soderstrom, and White. Yeah, nothing looks good over here as far as home runs go. But they could hit one. They could get a lucky one. ISO game is going Walton, Heim, Soderstrom, and Kurtz. Kurtz just getting back, but 378 WOBA, 495 Wob Bacon. Can't really deny that. And they don't. They respect him every time, regardless. Platoon is going Kobe Thomas, though. He's just got super low numbers. 257 WOBA. Yeah, nah. I almost don't want to touch anybody. Langoliers is on the IL. He's going to have knee surgery for torn meniscus. Kurtz just got back. Rooker's got a knee injury. Yeah, I'm not touching Oakland for a while. Honestly, I'm not touching Oakland for a while. We got the Rockies versus SD. Yes, sir. 3 barrel signals, 1 elite profile. Top reads is going Goodman, Merrill, Machado, and Tatis. And we got Michael King on the mound tomorrow. Yes, sir. Colorado barrels going Goodman, Moniak, Julian. Matchup is going Goodman, Moniak, Julian. Form is going Sullivan, Castro, and Fulford. Now, I must say, while I am a Padre fan, I am realistic, and Michael King is human. We've got Cole Carrick on a 232 ISO, Jake McCarthy on a 204 ISO, Moniak 276, and Goodman 297. Yes, you heard that right. Jake McCarthy is a doubles demon. I always love Jake McCarthy. You could take him for bases. Carrick is solid. You could take him for hits, runs, RBIs. Moniak and Goodman, they're just the power hungry duo on Colorado. So they look good too. So could be just a shootout in San Diego tomorrow. San Diego versus Lorenzen. Barrel's going Merrill, Machado, Tatis. Matchup is going Tatis, France, Machado. Form is going Merrill, Bowen, and France. Yeah, 262 ISO, France, 218 for Campusano, 228 for Machado. Yeah, 116 Tatis. Man, that's kind of crazy. But, it's got a 354 Woba, 404 Bacon. Okay. I'm okay with that. Not okay with that, but I'll take that. Because he is getting on base, and he does steal, and he does score, right? That's just what he does. Can't take that away from him at all. And let's see. Let's get to this next game. Got Milwaukee versus San Francisco. 1 barrel signal, 2 elite profiles. Top breeds is going Devers, Bowers, Schmidt, and Eldridge. And then we've got Milwaukee versus Roop. Bowers, Chorio, Mitchell. Matchup is going Bowers, Mitchell, Chorio. Form, Yelich, Chorio, and William Contreras. .200 Club is going Sanchez. Turing just barely missed it. Chorio and Bowers. Yeah, just that form. I just don't know. That's volatility. I guess that's what that looks like to me. When these other guys could be a lot safer. So, San Francisco versus Henderson. Barrel score is going Devers, Schmidt, Eldridge. Matchup is going Devers, Schmidt, Eldridge. Form is going Schmidt, Devers, Eldridge. They switched it up on that last one. And looking at the board, .200 Club is going Willie, Eldridge, Schmidt, and Devers. So yeah, if anybody's asking, what's the ISO play? It's just finding the ISO 200 plus, 220 preferably, right? And then we want Woba and Wo Bacon to be 350, 300 to 350 plus. So then we can know who to filter through. That's just initially. We could, that'll get changed. That'll get changed once we start adding hard hit, fly ball, all that stuff. I haven't even done that yet. We're just starting with a couple of parameters first, just to see, test it, see if we get anybody who even falls within those zones, right? That's all that's about. Last but not least, we've got the Seattle Mariners and the Dodgers. No barrel signals, 2 elite profiles. Top reads is going Shohei, Muncy, Canzone, and Freeman. No pitcher yet for the Dodgers? Well, barrel's going Canzone, Raleigh, Rayleigh. Form is going to Rosarena, Young, and Robles. No picture yet, so that'll also be one of the ones that gets updated. Dodgers versus Castillo. Barrel score is going Shohei, Muncy, Freeman. Matchup is going Shohei, Muncy, rushing. Form is going Otani, Tucker, and Edman. Lefties versus Castillo could be where the fun happens. Yeah. Lefties, so rushing, Muncy. Rushing looks the best though, 440, not the best, but 449, 664, 11 home runs. And then Shohei, 515, Will Bacon, 794 slugging. But again, they look, all the lefties look decent for tomorrow. So, there was one thing, yes. Is it? I want to show you all profit discipline. The tab that it told us to come in. So profit discipline, there's a couple different ranges where we have some identifiers, right? Some markers, pretty much some filters already preset to help us find possibly the best home run profile, not the best home run profiles, right? We already know how to do that, but the best home runs to take for price. And so I do have some filters based on here. It's going to give you a profit stack. It's going to give you if it's playable or not, wait for price, monitor. So again, a lot of these things will update. These numbers will shift throughout the day as the rosters get dropped, as prices come out, as pitchers change, as stats get updated from the previous day before. All of those things will make a difference on how this looks. So you can also come down here and you can filter it by different props, right? So if you want to take off home runs and hits, and you want to just look at hits, runs, and RBIs and total bases, it'll give you model probability. This is what I use, guys. This is like literally all I'm doing. I know you guys are saying, oh, well, how am I pairing? What am I doing? I'm finding people who have the best edge, who have the best model probability, whose last 5, 10, 15 look decent, right? Are they actually hitting those bases, hitting those numbers? I'm not really necessarily focused on odds, only because I'm not in a place where I could take advantage of this. But I do this for you all who do have DraftKings, FanDuel, access to all these other books. You guys could be making a killing just knowing what the odds are, and exploiting the books that way. So that's what I'm trying to have this dashboard do and help you all with, is just exploiting those lines and seeing where the value is and where it isn't. I don't want us to get fooled at all. So that's in there. What else? Got the parlay builder. Parlay builder is really focused now on 3 legs as opposed to all those home run parlays. I was just looking in the back test, and it wasn't really like producing much, honestly, other than it looked good. Oh, let me put this parlay together. But honestly, realistically, 3, 4, 5 leg parlays are hard to hit. So when people are hitting them consistently, they're doing a great job, right? Not to say, but they're also getting lucky a lot of the times, because a lot of this is luck. Some skill does go into it, but home run pairing is just one of those tough things. However, the model is improving. That is what I can say. The model is improving. It is starting to learn from the mistakes. It is starting to now provide, more value-driven parlays, and not so much, this is the best person, this is the next best person, this is the next best person. So there's a custom builder down here. You can pick the people that you want to pick. Once you pick those names, you can take them over into a different tab. Discipline, not the discipline finder, but it'll take you through the opportunity finder, decision finder, decision maker, or decision workspace, I'm sorry, is what it's titled. So A lot of cool stuff in here, guys. Like I said, I will be making more videos, just going more in depth on showing you all what is in here, how to utilize it, how to understand all of this, because I know it's a lot of numbers. I'm a numbers guy, so by nature I kind of do that to myself. But if you guys have any questions and you need any answers at all, right, like in here, pitch type edge finder. So if you want to filter, it's kind of like I guess a custom highlights in a sense. If you want to filter by specific ISO, right, what do we say, 220 plus? And we want them to have a well bacon 400, we'll do 400, right? Now I need pull barrel of at least 8. And we'll go primary pitch barrel of at least 8 as well. And it's going to give you who's falling in that range. All right? It's going to give you what their pitcher is, what that main pitch type is that they're going to see, the percentage that that pitcher throws that pitch, like the damage coverage, right? How many batted ball events do you have against that pitch type, so we can really say, okay, this is a pretty solid number, right? And so this is what comes out of it. So this is all in here for you all. You guys can utilize every single tab that's in here. There's nothing hidden behind the paywall or anything necessarily. Maybe eventually will it have to go that way? Possibly, depending if how many sports we add, and just how in depth we really go with this dashboard. That's not really an immediate concern for me right now. My concern is just making sure you all are able to use the dashboard. You all are enjoying the dashboard. You understand what you're doing, and that it's helping you, make a little bit of coin. So I appreciate everybody again who likes, comments, subscribes, watches the videos, looks at the reports, provides feedback. This wouldn't be where it is and what it is without you all. So I do appreciate the community that we've got going on right now, man. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. And we will look forward to another slate. I think it's going to be a good one. I know it's going to be a good one. I'm not even going to say that. I know it's going to be a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and get that sim report ready for you guys. I'm going to get the bear report ready for you guys. Man, let's have a wonderful day, you guys. Go ahead and keep being great. Keep cashing out on those parlays. And I'll see you guys in the next bear report. Peace.